Hey guys, Trina here. So today I'm going to go over my ban list prediction for April. It's currently the 21st of March, and just wanted to give my updated take on what I think is happening now that they've waited until April. I know a month ago after YCS Vegas I was calling for an emergency ban, but turns out the community did not lash out as hard as I thought it would, and they're okay with another tier 0 format. Personally, I think it's kind of just history repeating itself, and I think it's kind of stupid, but seems like the community altogether didn't really mind it. So here is what I think will happen now, especially now because I want to remind you all, and I did this in a previous video that I did a prediction about, but they haven't talked this month about Rarity 2, and I think that's going to be going hand in hand with the ban list. So my list is going to be kind of based off of that. So let me give you guys my thoughts. As far as the elephant in the room with fire, I think the only thing we're going to see for a hit on Snake Eye is we're going to see Jet Synchron banned, and I think we're going to see Ash limited, which just means that we play 3 Original Sin and go on about our day. Opens up more extra deck space and gives you one more slot for another hand trap, because you guys already play 20, so I guess if you're not feeling safe with 20 hand traps, now you can play 21. I don't know. Be a better player. But anyway, sorry, I don't mean to be salty against Snake Eye players. It's just when you play a deck that can play 20 hand traps, you're kind of weak in my opinion. You have no creativity. But what I think is going to happen is this kind of hit right here, because they're going to keep original in the game. Diabell starts getting more support in the next coming set, and so they're not going to destroy that engine right away. And Ash is for the sake of making a hit, so it's saving face. Plain, that's it. They're just slapping it on the wrist and saying Jet Synchron's gotta go, and Ash to 1 just for the sake of saying that they banned her, or they hit Snake Eye in some form. So I don't think we'll see original touched at all. Zealantis might get banned just because of the way it facilitates so many game-ending moves and all those things, so you might see that. Could see Promethean as another way that they hit the deck, and what I mean hitting it is they take it to 1 for those players who played it too. And these moves right here, guys, like, it just opens up more deck space for you to play more hand traps, because you're insecure already and you got 20 in there, so now you can put 23. So I just want you guys to realize that. So for those of you who are not feeling safe with 18 to 20 hand traps, now you'll be able to play more. So that's all they're doing for you. So I wouldn't even look at this as a hit. I would just say, hey, thanks Konami, appreciate it. But anyway, that's what I think they're going to do with Snake Eye. Now, here's the part of the list where a lot of people won't agree with me, but I think it's going to go hand in hand with Rarity 2. And this is why. Flamberg won't be hit at all. A lot of these cards you won't see on there. They were just on there because I just clicked on a random list, so I could get this out quicker. I think we're going to see something of this effect happen. And it may not be all of these cards, but I'm pretty sure we're going to see at least 2 of them, maybe 3 of them come back. And here's why. I think Konami is going to say, hey, summer format's coming, we want to get more players out. They've already done the douchiest move that they can and closed off Worlds to the player base and only made it invite exclusive. So I think what they're going to do is say, yeah, you're not invited to our super big tournament, because, you know, that makes sense for a TCG. Why would you invite your player base to your Worlds competition? Makes no sense money-wise, right? Looking at you, Konami. Something wrong up there. Anyway, I don't think that they're gonna make that change no matter how much the player base bitches and moans at them, because it is stupid. YGO Paisano came out with a video about it, and I fully agree with him. I think it's just fucked up and stupid. Not being able to go to a Worlds competition for the game that I play, and I fund for you, by the way, Konami. You're just kind of fucking stupid, and whoever's business managing over there, like, yeah, maybe you're on your way out the door, or hopefully you're on your way out the door. But anyway, I'm gonna move on from that. I'm probably gonna talk about that in another video. What I could see Konami doing is like maybe one to three of these coming back and saying, oh, by the way, we're bringing back your cards, and you're going to be able to find them in Rarity 2, so you can go get yourself QCR, Little Duelist. So for those who are True Draco players, hey, True Draco's back, and oh, by the way, you can go get a QCR of it next month. Like, I think we'll see something of that nature, because they're scummy, like Konami's scummy, right? They're that kind of crooked business in the first place. So what better way to make money than to print all that, bring it off the ban list, you go buy it, and they'll just put it back on the ban list if they don't want to see it again. Very easy to do, very Konami-like. Yeah, so very easily could see that happening. I don't think we'll see a Rise Heart. I don't even think Konami's that stupid. I mean, they're dumb, but I don't think they're that stupid. But maybe Electromite, maybe Thunder. I don't think they're that stupid with Kit, but who knows? We're talking about Konami. Dryden should have been off the list like years ago, but whatever. Same with Kieran, and Drew Draco's fine. Right? So any one of these, I could see them saying, hey, this will be one of our big exclusive cards in Rarity 2, which, whatever, who cares, but that's how you try and convince people, because you've already stabbed them in the back by saying you're not allowed to come to our Worlds Championship. But maybe a good consolation would be come pick up your favorite card in the QCR. Who knows? So, that's my thought process there. Here are theoretical smart decisions to make on the list, but we are talking about Konami here again, so smart and Konami doesn't really go in the same sentence, but let's talk about it. Could easily see these guys getting banned or limited. Again, I don't know if Konami will, because it's Konami here we're talking about, but could easily see it. Shifter is the only thing that's really helping rogue decks compete, so I think the smart thing to do would be to keep it, but I could easily see Konami now more than ever, with the decision making they've made this year, easily banning it. Prost should be at leak. I think Prost should be at 1, but knowing them again, we'll probably leave it there. Pank can come back to 3. It's not doing anything. If they hit Fenrir and bring Pank back, I'll take that. Calamity should go, but it is Konami we're talking about here again. I think these guys are fine where they're at. I don't really see a reason for that, and this is all old stuff I don't give a fuck about. So, this is my thoughts for the list. Now, in reality, what are we probably going to see? Like, knowing Konami, they don't think anything's wrong with the way they're doing things, so I don't know, I think they're just gonna give more announcements to OCG and stuff, and we're just gonna find out on like a random Wednesday, like, hey, here's your list, and go fuck yourselves. That might as well be what they put in their tweets now, is just, TCG, here's your thing, go fuck yourself, at the end of every message, because that's literally what they're saying to us. And you, the player base, is allowing it. So, I want you to think about that. The next time you see a tweet, just put at the end of it, go fuck yourself. And that's what they're really trying to say. So, but What I could easily see him actually doing is like Ash to 1, and that might be the only thing we see on the list. And it's just gonna be a meme, you know, like they may very well do it on April 1st, you know, because OCG is gonna get an announcement a week beforehand, they're gonna get explanations, and they're gonna get a video, and the player base over there is gonna be able to go find out that those common cards that only cost them pennies are gonna remain penny cards, and they can go play meta decks for like the price of like a tier 4 deck here. And then probably like 10 days, 15 days later, we're gonna get a random list out of nowhere and no explanation. So just be prepared for the same as usual. Konami just throwing shit out there and not giving a fuck to explain anything to us. Just be prepared for that. So didn't want to turn this into a hate on Konami video, but every time I talk about BANLIST, anytime anybody says anything about the BANLIST, I always find myself saying, yeah, but we're talking about Konami here. And every single person in the room, it doesn't matter if there's 5 people in the room or 20 people in the room, all of them, as soon as I say that, go, yeah, you're right. We are talking about Konami here. They're a bunch of fucking pricks. So, it's just, that's what we're dealing with here. We're dealing with a bunch of people that are sitting behind a closed door, laughing at us online, and like, I imagine little crooks that are just sitting there like, hee 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 hee, probably mouth breathers that don't really know how to put full sentences together, so they just do things. And that's the kind of people we're messing with here, you know, and that's the kind of people we're funding. So, which is something to very much so consider, you know, especially for the future, especially now. Like, I think that's kind of like my make or break line. I had no intentions of going to Worlds, but knowing that it's in the United States and that I had the opportunity to go was pretty cool. But now the fact that they've even taken that away, I hope all of you who actually do watch this video, the probably the maximum views I'll get right now are 200, but the 200 of you that do view this, I hope you are sitting in the back of your minds like, this game that I've been playing and fund and do all these things for literally just told me to go fuck myself, and that I couldn't go to the biggest event of the year for it. That'd be like the NFL saying we're having a Super Bowl, but even if you wanted to pay for a $10,000 ticket, you couldn't come. I fund your game. Like, I write your paychecks. So, I don't know. I know last year Konami kind of got slapped on the ass with a holders meeting, and they were just kind of like, you guys are fucking up, and you guys suck right now, what's going on? And they had to explain themselves. And I'm hoping that with this kind of move, those same shareholders are calling them again, saying, what the hell are you guys doing? Like, this was not the response we were wanting. And hopefully there will be at least some kind of soul in that office that's just like, hey, Konami, maybe it's not a good idea to not allow your player base to come to the World Championship of your game that you're trying to get more players to come to. I don't know. Who knows? But I'm not a business owner, so I mean, I guess in the end of it, we're the fucking dumbasses because we're still continuing to fund that. So we're saying we're okay with it. Which I don't know how much longer that will go on for, because a pretty good way to lose your player base is to just not invite them. So, and I've been hearing like rumors and people's thoughts and ideas of what could be happening to Konami as far as like, is there new management coming? Is Konami selling? Is all that, like, because these are moves of a company that is selling, just so you guys know. And I don't want to scare people like, oh, Konami's going to shut its door and your cards are going to be worthless. Very real, but anytime a company is ditching something or is leaving something, and this is just me being involved in the corporate world for the past 22 years, moves like this happen, you just start abandoning and you cut off costs. And that's exactly like, if I don't know if you guys are paying attention, but Europe, no YCS is scheduled. Biggest country on earth, no events. We didn't even hear about Sydney, like Cali Effect said today. So I hope people are paying attention to this and that we're not just content creators talking to ourselves right now into a little light on our phones or on our camera screens. Like, these are all very real things to be looking out for. Like, compare Konami Worlds to Pokemon Worlds the past 5 years. Just compare it. And you'll see a company that is thriving and is all in and is compassionate and wants to grow, and then you'll see a company that's just like, it very much looks like it's going to be gone in 5 years anyway. We don't have a 5-year plan. So that's what it looks like. And that's just, again, from me being a part of those meetings and seeing the corporate world. If the company I worked for decided they were ditching something, you'd probably get a good idea of that about 6 months ahead of time. So the quietness and all that is a very real thing to keep your eyes on, which big investors like Paisano, Cali Effect, I think PAC, I think the big names do see that. So I hope you see that. And I don't mean to make any of you emotional if that does, because I know some of you have been playing the game for 25 years, but like, this is corporate 101. Are the moves you're saying. That's why I have no problem lashing out the way I am, is because if you want my personal opinion, I think I think the doors are getting ready to close. Which I don't know if that means there's just gonna be new management and somebody else is taking over, or if Konami is just gonna sell. So who knows? I guess just keep your eyes open and be open to it, kind of see how it plays out before you just sell everything, but just be cognizant of it. So that's it for my ban list discussion and all that for April 1st, and I hate to go down misery road with you guys on that and everything, but it's a very real thing that I hope you all think about. So anyway, that's it for me, guys. Be kind, be respectful of each other. Don't treat your friends and family the way Konami treats us. I say that with a grin, but it's so damn true. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.